The 24 years now in October that I've been mayor have been wonderful, challenging years, but also I think very fruitful years for the community. To look at what's happened and where we've come, especially after facing a base closure, which was a major employer in the community, and plus the sideline jobs that were created by the usage as well. To come to where we are today, how many of you have been on the Navy base lately? It is about to explode. We're finally getting the properties turned over to us. We're in the process now of building a restaurant on the water. We're taking one of the buildings that are out there. We're going to be leasing it to a restaurant. And I'm putting that word out so y'all can help spread the word, because we're willing to work with a restaurant to come in, because it is questionable, how successful you're going to be and how fast you're going to be successful, where we lease it based upon an income stage and then cap it at what the value truly is worth in a lease. We also have just completed Quarters F, which is the oldest building on the base. It actually was brought in down the river to the property after the Navy got it. It's an 1897 building. We are currently in the process of having a designer. We had a number of designers, interior designers, come in to show us their concept of how it should be designed inside, facing the fact that it needs to be a twofold facility. It needs to be used downstairs for small events where people can rent the building for wedding rehearsals or dinners or a party. It can hold probably 100 or so people for an event like that. But also as a bed and breakfast for events that come out or weddings that come out and people need a place to stay while they're out there. I'm smart enough to know that the city doesn't need to be running a bed and breakfast. So we're going to be working and finding one of our hotels that are willing to come out and operate it on the days it's to be a bed and breakfast. It's an exciting opportunity for us to do that. We work with the group that the South Carolina Public Rails, and we've worked with the Redevelopment Authority on the base. They actually paid the $3.5 million for the renewal of that building. We're now working with them and they're fixing to do the Admiral's House. That's another $3.5 million overhaul. And so we're going in to redo that building, and the major problems are the front porch, which is a gorgeous front porch setting for weddings and things of that nature. It's going to be, like I said, a $3.5 million tab, and then we're going to do the schoolhouse. Most people don't even realize there's a schoolhouse there. Of course, it was only for the Admiral's kids and top officers. And it's about a 3,000 square foot structure across diagonally from Quarters A, which is the Admiral's quarters. What we're trying to do is create an environment that draws people to the water. You've got to realize, until we receive the property on the Navy base, the city of North Charleston never owned any waterfront property. All of our waterfront property was dedicated mostly to industrial development, and it was very successful in doing that. But this gave us an opportunity to come back and create an environment for the people who live in the city of North Charleston and visit the city of North Charleston. My wife coerced me this past weekend to go see Widespread Panic. I'm 71 years old. Widespread Panic has come to this town a number of times at the Coliseum, but this is the first time they've been in an open air area, and it worked a heck of a lot better. I think some of the things that people were puffing on may have dissipated into the air a little bit better, but I actually found out I enjoyed their music. And all these times I've missed them when they came here. And of course, she made me stay until it was over and the fireworks went off. I'm henpecked, and I admit it. To have an event like that that utilizes that space. We had another event, High Water. They sold out 2 months before the event came. 70% of the participants were from out of town, staying in our hotels and our motels, creating job activity for us as a community. And that's exciting, but utilizing those events to come in helps fund the events we do for the general public. This past 4th of July, we had 14 to 15,000 people during the day in and out of that facility, free to the public.